This short Metropolitan Police Revision Guide will cover the basic legislation concerning Section 3, Public Order Act 1986, Affray. You should use this resource to help your understanding, along with other learning materials such as the Blackstone's Handbook for Policing Students. The presentation will provide you with a breakdown of the elements within the legislation, as well as the points to prove. Section 3(1) of the Public Order Act 1986 gives us the offence. There are three parties involved in an affray: the individual making the threats, the person subject to the threats who must be present, and at least one bystander. Let's look at the legislation in more detail. Affray, Section 3(1). Affray is where one or more persons uses or threatens unlawful violence. It is the conduct of them taken together that must be considered for the purposes of subsection 1. Uses or threatens unlawful violence. Section 3(3) states that a threat cannot be made by the use of words alone, and Section 6(2) states he/she must intend to use or to threaten violence or be aware that his or her conduct may be violent or threaten violence. Towards another. A person who is threatened or subject to violence has to be physically present. The use or threat of violence must be directed towards a person and not property. The legislation states that his or her conduct is such as would cause a person of reasonable firmness present at the scene to fear for their personal safety. Person of reasonable firmness present at the scene. This is the average person who is present at the scene at the time. There may be passers-by, customers in a pub, person at a bus stop, etc. There must be at least one bystander present. The remote possibility of a bystander arriving to witness the conduct is insufficient. There is, however, no need for a person of reasonable firmness to actually be there or likely to be there. To explain this in simple terms, for an affray to take place, there has to be a person at the location, but that person does not have to be the person of reasonable firmness. This video shows a bus driver challenging a passenger for not having the correct fare. As you can see, the passenger becomes violent and starts shouting threats and attacking the safety screen of the bus, trying to hit the driver. If you look behind the suspect, there is a man wearing a black jacket stood waiting to get on the bus. At the beginning, he was stood close to the bus door. As the suspect becomes violent, the man backs away, creating distance. As you can see, the offence of affray is not here to protect the people involved in the violent incident. It is here to protect the other people present, such as in this scenario, the man in the black jacket. Hence the wording, cause a person of reasonable firmness present at the scene. In cases where one person threatens another, other offences, such as Section 4, Public Order, may apply. To fear for his or her personal safety. For example, police officers in full riot gear with shields being bombarded with stones may not be frightened. Affray may be committed in private as well as in public places. Affray is triable either way. The penalty, if tried summarily, is 6 months imprisonment and/or a fine, and on indictment, 3 years imprisonment. Thank you for watching this Metropolitan Police Revision Guide on Section 3, Public Order Act 1986. More information can be found in your Blackstone manual. If you think you've missed anything in this video, then please feel free to replay whenever you like. There are 3 further videos which cover Section 4, 4A and Section 5, Public Order Act 1986. If you have noticed that part of this video is out of date due to changes in the law, then please contact the Curriculum Design team via the Aware mailbox.